Hello everyone. This is a small guide to the new Sunwuko set and a quick farming build for T8. So yeah, let's get into it. So it's probably most of you have seen this build before. It's not optimized as well, but it just being used to farm T8 fast. You can just one-shot it, so it's not that hard to use. So yeah, let's look at the skills at first. We have the Wave of Light, of course, our damage spell. Here we use Wave of Light with Explosive Light. It's the fire rune, which we can compensate with some more fire damage on our gear if we like. Then we have the Dashing Strike. We have the Falling Star just for some extra movement speed. We have the Sweeping Wind. This I will come into later why we have this. Inner Storm just because we need some regen, spirit regen. So yeah. Then we have the Mantra of Salvation. You could, if you have trouble surviving, which you probably don't, you can go in and use the Mantra of Conviction, and you can use Annihilation, which will give you movement speed every time you kill something, and will give you some damage boost as well. Then we have the Mystic Ally, the Air Ally, for more speed region, and we run the Cruise Boot, so we have two Mystic Allies, which will give the passive a double effect, and we will gain 100 spirit if we use it, which is pretty nice. Then we have the Epiphany Insight. You probably don't need the Insight. It doesn't matter really what you use, because it's just a farming build. So if you have trouble surviving, you can run with this as route if you like. Insight if you have trouble maintaining your spirit. So yeah. Then we have the Seize the Initiative, which gives a little bit of damage boost with 30%. There is not really anything else you can run for damage. Well, you could Sixth Sense you don't really need, so there we need momentum. We have the Beacon of Utah, which will compensate on the Epiphany and the Mystic Ally. We have Harmony just for it's standard just to get some toughness. So now we have the items. We have the torch, which will give up to 50% spirit cost reduction on the Wave of Light, which we will use. So yeah. Then we have the Sunwuko set, the new Sunwuko set. This is the normal Sunwuko and this one, and then we have the new ones, which is the chest and the legs. This new will make Wave of Light deal 1000% increased damage. And how it does that is that we have the Sweeping Wind. The Sweeping Wind will generate up to 3 stacks. Then you can see like this. Then you will have 3 stacks, and this is new UI. So yeah, 3 stacks, and then you have the Sweeping Wind gains 2 stacks every second. It does not deal damage to any enemies. So that is good, because then you don't have to maintain it all the time, and don't have to waste spirit on it. The one thing you will notice is that if you spam this, you will lose these stacks if you're damaging enemies while you're using this. That's why somebody run with the Vengeful Wind. It's a fist weapon, and you can use it to get 7 more stacks, so you won't run out of it. I use the Cruise Boots just to get more, get 1 more Mystic Ally for double effect. I use mostly the Fire Ally because it gives some more damage, and you see I have 1.6 million, and that's pretty good. We have the Sunwuko set, and then we have the Cruise Boots. Now we have the Soaking Scase. Now you probably see something different about this. Mine is not very good. but you can roll up to 150% wave of light damage, which is a lot. But it's additive damage, so it's not that much again. But it's really good because now you can actually cast your wave of light in the face of them, so you don't have to stand in front of them to cast it, which is nice because we have the sweeping wind must not hit anything, so we can use the Sunwuko to increase the damage of the wave of light. Then we have the new item for monks. Wave of light also slows enemies by 80%, which is nice. You slow now for 3 seconds and deal 145% increased damage. This can add up to 150 increased damage. Now we have increased damage here. We have increased damage here. So that's already around 300 damage. Then we have the Sunwuko Shines. Of course, it goes into the set. You must have it on because you need. We'll get into that later. Why you need this. So now you can run Unity. You can run any ring you want actually. It doesn't really matter because it's just a slot that we use for anything we like. Then you have the convention of elements. And when it hits fire, you really just wreck things, so that's nice. Then we have the gems. We have the Bane of Trapped. Of course, if you get too close, we can deal a lot of damage. We have the Boon of the Hoarder just for the speed clear. And then we have the Bane of the Powerful, because it's always nice to get some elite damage, and always nice to get some increased damage after a kill on elite pack. It will make you, even if you don't crit, you can kill them instantly. So that's nice too. Paragons, you will always need maximum movement speed. You can always see if you have some movement speed in your gear and then compensate out of that. You need maximum spirit. You can run with this. If you don't need more spirit, then don't use it. Then just go max out in dexterity. In offense, of course, you need some crit chance. I would run with crit damage first, crit chance, then cooldown reduction, and then attack speed. Cooldown reduction is not mandatory in this build because you don't need not much. You just need to use Wave of Light, which has no cooldown. Then we have the defense. Of course, we have all resist, life, armor, and then life regeneration. We have area damage, life, resource cost reduction, life on hit, and gold fine. These you don't really need. You can use area damage if it's fixed yet. Maybe it's fixed, we don't know. So let's hope it does. So now we can go into the cube. What you need in here is a Ring of Royal Grandeur. You do need this, because if you don't have this, you won't get the full set. You see, I have 5 pieces on, so you need the Ring of Royal to compensate for the Sunwuko head that is missing up here. And the reason why you want Susan Grace is of course because of the Wave of Light damage that it increases. So that's nice. Also the reason why you need Sunwuko Shines over here. Now we have the Cinder Code. You can run with something else if you want to, but this is what I have found to be the most effective in Rift Gear. You can always also run with the Colonel's Buff Belt if you want. It's pretty nice to have some more movement speed, and you can run with whatever you want basically. But I find Cinder Code to be best because then Wave of Light costs absolutely nothing, as you see. Cost nothing, so that's the reason why I use it. Then we have the new fist weapon for monks. It's a Kyoshiro's blade. Increase the damage of Wave of Light by 150%. When the initial impact of a wave light hits 3 or fewer enemies, the damage is increased by 250%. This means that if you hit one enemy in the face and there is only that one that you hit, you see the bell comes down. If that bell only hits 3 or less, it will deal 250% extra instead of only 150 extra. So we have the 150, we have the 150, that's 300, and then we have 150 extra, that's 450. And if you hit 3 or less, you will deal 550 instead. That is a lot of additive damage to one spell. And that's kind of the build. So let's see it in action. You can always try to find some other ways to get more movement speed. I run with the Bullet Hoarder just to get the increased movement speed, and you know now when you go into a greater rift you actually need extra gold to empower a rift, which is pretty nice, and you can pay with some money. So Bullet Hoarder is really good, so you have a lot of money. I haven't really tried this on T10 yet, but I think if you get more damage than me and some more multipliers, you can actually use this on T10. Some also use this bell build with Legacy of Nightmares, the new rings. It is pretty good, but soon it will be nerfed, so I tried to find something else than that set. So yes, let's get into it. Let me show you the build in action. Get in here. So
what you ask is impossible.
you see, I can just press one button and I will kill it all. That's kinda a neat thing. So basically you just put down bells and you dash to get movement speed and run through the monies. I don't have trouble with running through the monies because I have this excellent new pet from BlizzCon, which actually picks up the money for you, which is pretty nice. So you get that extra movement speed. The Rift Guardian that comes later will actually get one-shotted, which is pretty nice. You can do this faster. I'm not that fast to clear. Oh, that's nice. So yeah, if you guys are wondering what this is a new item. It will come out in the new patch, of course. This item does when this is for all classes. So if you like, for example, run with Tempest Rush, you can use it as a farming build, because whenever you channeling, you can get 25% more increased damage and 25% reduced damage, which is pretty nice, and it's a really powerful for every class, and it's something new that the Blizzard wants to try out, to make classes use the same items. So yeah, this is a new Sunwuko set, and you can see if I don't one-hit them, a clone will continue to spawn in the face and keep damaging them. So let's try deal some damage here, if we can find some enemies in this. So yeah, let's see. Okay, we did some damage to this, right? And you see that clone keeps spawning on it. It just deals damage all the time. It's not that effective because it's only 500%, but it's pretty neat if you are running away and you need damage still. Then it will keep spawning on. That's nice. So yeah, this is pretty good for farming, and you can use it. You don't really need much gear at all. Of course, it's good if you get a good torch. You can also run with the new shield blade, and then maybe run some. Oh, that's nice. Well, that was unexpected. Yeah, I will pick this up later. Okay, so I'm back now, and I have found the Rift Guardian, of course, and I will now try to see if I can one-shot him. And how we do that is when it gets to fire, the conventional elements, we will try to one-shot him if we crit, of course. So let's see. Nope. Well, that was close enough. But yeah, this is the build, and you can leave a like if you want, and you can critique if you think I'm bad at this. Of course I'm bad. And you can just say what you think about it, say what I need to improve, and that will help me out a lot. So yeah, thank you guys, and thanks for watching.